Hello, hello, hello. We're live answering questions. Come on, come in. Let's talk about the latest news in immigration. Waiting. Once you get in, say hi in the comment. Say hi in the comment. Almost 1:30. Come on, folks. So we're here. Hi, Quizera Asia. Hello. Welcome. So we're here answering questions. Before we get into it, let's talk about a little bit about hi Bodakunta. Oh my gosh, this is a long name. Hi from New Jersey. Hello from DC. I'm good. Hi Jibril. I'm good. Well, today you kind of early. Good to know that you're here. Gabriel, happy Sunday, Gabriel. Okay, let's get right into it. Let me just start sharing my screen so we'll know what's going on with those travel ban. We know that there's another travel ban with this COVID-19. I mean, this thing is not going to leave us for real. Let me share the screen. Just give me one moment. So, we have a new proclamation, okay, on suspension of entry as immigrant and non-immigrant of certain additional person who pose a risk of transmitting coronavirus disease of 2019. This one came actually on November 26th, right? So right after Thanksgiving, this proclamation came because according to them, or according to the World Health Organization, I guess the Republic of South Africa informed them that they have a new variant. Okay, it's called Omicron. Oh Lord, they will have all those names. But anyway, what's going on is that this South African country has this variant, and that's why now the United States is banning travelers entering the United States from Botswana, Kingdom of Eswatini, Kingdom of Lesotho, Republic of Malawi, the Republic of Mozambique, the Republic of Namibia, the Republic of South Africa, and the Republic of Zimbabwe, almost that eastern, like all the way to the south, those eastern countries of Africa. So banning from the entering the U.S. because of it, or the people who were physically present within those countries during 14-day period preceding their entry or attempted to entry into the United States. Well, but you know, every rule has its exceptions, so they have exceptions, right? But it's there is limitation, right? This proclamation should not apply to any lawful permanent resident of the United States, any non-citizen national of the United States, any non-citizen who is a spouse of a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident, any non-citizen who's a parent or legal guardian of a U.S. citizen, lawful permanent resident, provided that the U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident is unmarried and under the age of 21. Well, and it goes on and on with who is not banned from this travel ban. So, and certain people too with certain visas, especially people with G1, G2, G3, G4, probably they are not banned from entry because they have national interests why they're here, right? So that's what's going on with this travel ban. So if you want to know whether one of your family members banned from entering, you can either email me, call my office, but you can just go ahead and look at this presidential proclamation to know what's going on. So let me go back now. Stop sharing. So I'm back here so we can talk about immigration. Let's start getting questions. What is the major means to change what you started? I have a friend that's have been in the US 4 years now without the please advice. Well, Gabriel, in order to change your status, you have to have a basis for it. We've talked about it before. It's either somebody gets married to a US citizen, or the petition for them by their US citizen's spouse, parent, child, or they get to work through employment, or they get to petition on their own. We have EB1, EB2 category, or their nonprofit or the church petition for them because they qualify. So that's some of the ways people get those green cards, but then it comes back to the question that we've talked about before, inadmissibility. And if somebody is inadmissible, then we look at waivers. If some of them apply to that person, then we advise them accordingly. So basically, it's either family-based, employment-based, or self-petition. Giwa, my 6 months extension of how can I expire since September this. Well, you need to call them again. Giwa, there is a lawsuit that is really going on with USCIS with those work permits, a class action lawsuit going on. Well, some people have filed it because they are waiting, and there's nothing they can do. Well, you really have to keep calling them and pressuring them, because if the 6 months extension expires, well, now you really have to keep pressuring them until they get something done. But there's a lawsuit going on against USCIS, and hopefully, if that lawsuit, if there's a win to that lawsuit, then it's going to apply to everybody in that situation. So, Bodakunta, B1, B2, those are visitors' visa. If someone is coming as a tourist or coming to a conference, visiting their family, usually they apply for B1, B2 visa. Any news from Senate about employment-based provision? AV ready. Well, the only thing we know is that they're going to recapture some unused visas. Remember, they said between 1992 to 2021, and people will be paying super fees, because if your priority is up to 2 years for employment, I believe the amount was 5,000. I mean, if those provisions are still in that package, once the Senate is going to look at it. So we don't know for sure if they're going to keep it, but we're waiting for the Senate. But they're saying that the Senate will not pass this bill just without few changes. So we don't know what are the changes. That's what we're waiting for. Mudin Toure, hi. What is your question? Mudin Toure, we're talking about those travel ban. Well, the Biden administration has issued another travel ban for certain countries in Africa, at least 7 of them. So that's what we were talking about. And we're talking about, well, will this immigration provision pass into this BB Build Back Better Act? So we don't know for sure. We hope it does. So we're waiting for next week and see how it's going to go. So, Togola, yes, you can apply for parole or travel document while your asylum case is pending. You can apply for it, but up to them to decide whether they're going to give it to you. And remember, when you are traveling, so you're not going to be going to your country, because remember, when somebody apply for asylum, it's basically they're fearing persecution in their country. So you have to have a valid reason as to where you're going and what kind of emergency situation you find yourself in order to travel. And once you travel too, you gotta be careful. If your case here, they call you for the interview, you gotta be able to come. So what happens after you renew your 10 years of parole? Yeah, this question, it's $1 million type of question. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. It might end up just like DACA, and then dead end, right? So I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Probably they're going to renew it again, or maybe find a way to give people a pathway to citizenship. I don't know. 10 years, it's a long run, right? So we don't know for sure what's going to happen. They're not telling us either. So, any question? More questions? Folks, we're here for questions. Come on. Let's get those question answers. Let's get those questions answered, because we really want to make sure that we answer your questions so that people don't call me after this live. Togola, it's not guaranteed. It's just a matter of applying and convincing them as to why you're leaving the country while your asylum case is pending, and where exactly are you going, because you cannot go home. So it can take up to the 7 months to get that travel document to Gola. It's not guaranteed. It's discretionary as everything. So when it comes to immigration, the only thing that is really guaranteed in terms of, if somebody applies for asylum and they don't get it, they move for withholding of removal, and if they qualify for withholding of removal based on those qualifications, it is a mandatory relief. So the judge has no choice but to give it to them. But when it comes to other applications, they're all discretionary. So is there any hope for those who came in legally but have been here for 20 without documentation? Well, depending if you've been here since 2011, then Joe, according to this poll, if it passes, then you get some type of travel document and work permit to go to Gola. You're welcome. You're welcome. Any other questions? If we don't have more questions in 3 minutes, I'm just going to stop, and hopefully we'll get more questions next Sunday. So I'll be here next Sunday as well. I'm trying to have live sessions every now and then. Cannot guarantee for sure every Sunday I'll be here, but I'll try to start doing those live sessions. Okay, I was leaving the US and then left the country and came back. You said, Abibwalia, no, you're not going to be included in that BBB because must have been here since 2011. If you left, then came back in 2016, it doesn't count. So what if you have an approved two family member letter and then deportation process? What type of family member, like spouse? So basically the way it works, if you get an approval I-130 and then you are in deportation, so you go with that I-130 and ask the judge if they can allow you to adjust status, depending on what inadmissibility issues you will have at that point. Well, it's up now to the judge to decide. Avi Huedi, what is the probability of employment provision being passed? To be honest with you, Avi, I really don't know. I hope recapturing visa will pass because it offers a lot of fees that need to be paid, and that way it's going to go to the budget of this country, because people will be paying 5,000, 2,500, and so forth, up to 50,000. So I hope that one convinces them really, because bottom line is they want to raise revenue, right? So if they want to raise revenue, so paying those fees, it's really going to raise revenue. So now the Senate parliamentarian, last time they met with her, she seemed to not, contradict them. Really, it was kind of like a positive meeting, but we don't know really for sure if she just was hiding her cards. to show us at the end, but let's just wait and see. So, Joe Chili, what question? What last answer of that? What last questions? Togola, you still have to apply for it and wait. Nothing gets there automatic. The problem with USCIS, they are not funded by government. Okay, they operate based on those fees. So the more application fees they accept, the more this operation will keep going. So in other words, there's no automatic type of petitions being just given to you. You have to apply for it and pay those fees. Mukamana, hi, Kathy. If plenty passes Senate and yes, Kathy. Kathy Stank, the answer is yes. Because at that point you will have parole and your child will be 21. So you can adjust status, provided that the child works, right? And can actually fill out that form 864. So, yes, about 7 months or so. But if there is Togola, if there is an emergency, like somebody died or some type of emergency, you can expedite that type of request or the type of petition. But if there's no really real emergency, sometimes you really have to just wait, with USCIS. Joe Chili, what I'm saying is Joe Chai. What I'm saying is 20 years of overstay. If this Plan C passes, that person will receive parole. It's not a status in terms of green card. It's just permission to stay and work and travel. What documentation you need to prepare for parole? Yes, that's why that's a really good question. The documentation you need to prepare for parole, first of all, you have to show them that you have been here since 2011 or before 2011. So before 2011. So you have to have your passport. If you got here like with inspection, right? You have to have your passport with the stamp. It shows one when you got here. You have to have some type of bills or showing that you've been doing transactions here since 2000, before 2011. So those are the things really that you need. Can one with a HIV apply for green card? It depends, because you can ask for a waiver when it comes to diseases, right? Transmittable diseases. Well, you can apply, but are you going to get it? You become inadmissible based on half reasons. But some people apply for a waiver and hope to waive that. So if you can show a lot of things has to be proven in order for that waiver to be accepted. Do you think overall is happen? It can happen. We don't know. If the B pass is the residence, can she apply for the green card? No, that bill doesn't give a green card. That bill just gives parole. Work permit, travel document. Parole only means permission to stay legally, right? So work permit, travel document, that's it. But if somebody has a child who has turned 21, now that person can adjust status because they have been paroled. So a lawful presence is no longer there unless they have certain additional inadmissibility issues. Oh, Wasa Guara. No, unfortunately, before 2011, 2015 for this bill, it's kind of too late. Before 2011, that's when you can hope to get it. You see? So One more question. Let's get it. Let's get those questions, folks. Let's get those questions. Come on, one more question. Let's get those questions so we can wrap it up. It's Sunday. Some people need to be resting. Well, Togola, I'm based in DC, Washington, DC. I provide immigration services across the country, and it depends too on what type of case. Some cases requires court appearances. Then it's gonna have depend on you if you can afford those type of overcharge services. But if it doesn't require court appearances, then we can provide it pretty much online. Yes, Steville, Miss Aguirre. Yes, she can apply for you. Thank you, Jochi. Thank you. Mido Dido. Hi. How are you? Are you okay? What is your question for today? What is today's question for you? So we can answer it before we wrap up. Mido Dido, I'm good. It's Sunday. I'm good. Trying to answer your questions, so I feel better. What is your question today? Why? You can even marry a U.S. citizen today. You don't need the parole to get a green card. If you marry a U.S. citizen and the marriage is valid, of course you can get a green card, provided that you don't have other inadmissibility issues. Oh, interview, how long it takes? My friend, nowadays we don't even know how long it takes to get an interview. So 3 weeks is not a long wait. You can wait for another 1 week and then call them. Anything new about the bill? Dido, nothing new. We're still waiting for it to pass the Senate. When Plan C will pass the Senate, we don't know. Next week they'll start talking about it again. Or hopefully before the end of December, they should pass it. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You should call me. Once the bill passes, you should call me, Miss Aguirre, or email me. Joe Chile, your relative can apply for you, but depending on what type of relative, if it's a spouse, then that's really good. But if it's like brother, sister, this petition takes forever. And once you get that petition, well, now it becomes, well, are you admissible? So if this parole passes, then probably gonna help you. Essential worker, they're not even talking about firearm, they're not even talking about essential worker. They're just talking about the date before 2011. That's it. Middle, my expectation is I feel like in the Senate, at least they will keep that parole provision. When it comes to recapturing and use visa, that's something I'm not sure if it's going to pass. But really, the parole thing, I feel kind of confident that it might pass. But some changes, yes, they might change some provisions. Of course, they already said that they will change some provisions. We don't know which one, but what I feel, Mido, is that they might keep the parole provision in it because the parole really doesn't give green card. Because according to that Senate parliamentarian, last time she was talking about they don't want substantial change in policy. So for her, giving green card is considered substantial change. So if they only give parole, then it's less change in policy. So probably that one they will call. George Chile, my consultation fee is 175. 175. Yeah, so it will hurt them if they don't pass nothing really as far as immigration is concerned. Those people are out. They're out. They're gonna be starting going out starting really next year with those senators elections. So they have to do something. Yeah, I'm telling you, my friend, can everybody, they don't even know what they're doing with asylum cases. They have less officers. They're like, I don't even know how to answer that question, to be honest. Oh, you have granted withholding of removal, Kimbangu 21. So if this parole pass, then you will be able to apply for travel document. Yes, you'll be able to apply for travel document. And then your work permit too will be like 5 years work permit. Then you can travel outside of this country. So it's better for this parole to pass really because it's going to forgive like everybody, to be honest, give them the chance to get those the travel document. But let's say the person has felonies, like crimes, like serious crimes. That's when it's not gonna help. Mido, thank you. I'm the best. Do I speak Lingala? Of course, I speak Lingala. Born and raised in Kinshasa. Why not? I speak Lingala so well. That's my language. By the way, I just came from Congo. I was in Kinshasa in last October. Actually, this October for a full month. I just came on November 3rd. So yes, Dash, it is a new policy. They're giving 2 years. The post since Biden came into power, they took out uh that Trump policy. So now they're giving 2 years. Yes. Togola, they're talking about essential worker, yes. But the thing is, they're going with the date. Togola, you have to remember that they're going with the date. If somebody has been here before January 1st, 2011, whether the person is essential worker or not, that person is going to be included. Mido Dido, you're from Egypt. Oh my gosh. Great. Nice to meet you here. Well, if you call me, so Kimbangu 21, if you call me, first of all, I charge for consultation 175. So if you pay your consultation fees, yes, of course I'll speak in Lingala. Why not? See, Benny, can I apply for parole? 6 year pending. Can I apply for parole to other countries? Well, you can apply for parole. The question is, are they going to give it to you? If the case is pending with asylum, you can apply for parole travel document, but you have to have a serious reason as to why you want to go out and where are you going. But this parole here, if it passes, and if you happen to be here before January 1st, 2011, then you get your chance. Morris Joseph, your daughter can petition for you, right? The way it works is this: your daughter can petition for you, provided that she works, right? She works and she can apply for have that sponsorship going on Form I-864. So now, when it comes to adjusting status, what's going to happen is because you're in removal, you have to go back to court trying to close those proceedings so that they can allow you to adjust status or try to reopen the case, which is kind of difficult, but ask for prosecutorial discretion so that ICE can close that case for you so that you can adjust status with USCIS with an approved I-130. So that's how it works. So now later on in the process, we go back again to the question of inadmissibility. Are you admissible based on the fact that you've been here unlawfully after 2004? Now it becomes the question of, are you admissible? So now waiver come into play, right? So now the waiver is, do you have a qualifying relative? Now your child's past a child. So who is going to be your qualifying relative? Then you're stuck there. So it's not that simple as it sounds. Yes, we are. Dido, we are. What about TPS 2015 Nepal? Oh my gosh. Well, that parole only concerned people who've been here before 2011. Joe Chile, yes, the person can apply for asylum, but remember, asylum must be applied within 1 year of physical presence. But really, if physical presence is, if you apply after 1 year, then you have to give the reason why you never applied. So it becomes a little complicated. My number is right here, like on the screen. Just look at the screen. My number is right here, 202-751-2180. You can email me as well. My email address is right there too. So we can make an appointment. TPS holder, Zag. TPS holders, I don't know what's going on with TPS holders. What do you mean with TPS holders? So they're only going with the date. If you've been here before January 1st, 2021, that's the date. And if you have no crimes, you pass the background check, then you get it. What's happening after 10 years, my friend? Nobody knows. Mary Zioka, when is the high Bijoux, when is the new parole going to be effective? My friend, we are still waiting for it to pass the Senate. So once it passes the Senate, it gets signed by President Biden, it becomes law. That's what we'll be talking about. While timeline, we're waiting before the end of this year. Yes, Joe, chill. I'm the best. Thank you. So if you need a consultation with me, this is my email. Let me put my email here so that you guys can email me for consultation. That's my email. Email me for consultation, and I do charge $175 for consultation. Okay. If somebody pay taxes more than 5 years, it can possible for document. Well, it's not about paying taxes. It's about whether you came here before January 1st, 2011, and you have no crimes. And if this bill passes, then you can apply. Yes, Kathy Stang, the answer is yes. It's enough. That really is enough. Mariatu Bangura, you came with B1. Can you adjust status? The question becomes, at the time you are adjusting status, are you admissible? So pretty much lawfully present. So are you lawfully present? If you're not, then can a waiver apply in your conditions? If you don't have qualifying relative, then a waiver will not apply. Then you cannot adjust status. But if this parole comes into play, then you can adjust status if the caregiver give you employment visa. Yeah, that's Zioka, that pathway to US citizenship, my friend. Really, to be honest with you, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at this point, because really what the Senate has, the version the Senate has, does not include it. So, and not to mention, you have to keep in mind that they are going to be talking about pretty much revising it too. So zag, those are suggestions, right? But in the BBB, we didn't see it. The current version does not have anything, but they are pressuring the Democrat to include it so that the Senate, when it goes to the Senate, they can vote on it. But remember, this parliamentarian has been really not for it. So that's why they're limiting themselves on parole and recapturing unused visa, and hope they trying to convince this parliamentarian with that alone. And hopefully she's going to be convinced. But really, it's just a suggestion at this point. Okay, folks, I think we answered pretty much all questions, right? 35 minutes, I believe it is enough. Let's be positive, okay? Let's keep waiting for next week. We have the entire month of December. Remember, you guys still have to remember that under President Trump, they waited until December 27th to pass that budget reconciliation. So we are hopeful, right? We are hopeful. There's no other alternative but hope. So we hope that they will do the right thing and do something before the end of this year. So only, yeah, Ajibadi, unfortunately, no, for really no. As Biden promised, well, you know, Biden, he promised a lot of things, right? He didn't keep nothing as promised. So unfortunately, at this point, no. I know it's sad, but the answer is no. You're welcome, Labadi. You're welcome. You're welcome. So nice talking to you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming on this lovely Sunday. And I hope to talk to you next Sunday. I'm gonna try my best to be as much as I can, of course, to be here live on Sunday. Yeah, I know I'll be at the budget. This is so sad, but oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So you're welcome. I hope I'll talk to you guys next time, next Sunday. If you need a consultation, again, email on display, phone number on display, consultation fees apply. Until next time, please keep sharing, Mido Dido, please keep sharing my videos with your friends and let them subscribe. Be safe too. Let your friends subscribe. Thank you, Dash. Thank you very much. Keep sharing my videos with your friends and tell your friends to subscribe as well, okay? Thank you, Mido. That is really nice. Until next time, you too. Have a wonderful week. Thank you. Bye-bye now.